Finally, we're going to touch on the supplemental materials in the driver's handbook and go through them a little bit. First, we'll come into the Livingston mandatory driver instruction sheet for I-154 in Pembina, North Dakota. This is a few of the instructions that were originally provided. With COVID, this has evolved, and with all things, the process down there has changed a little bit, including where to park and when to show up at the meat inspection, especially on Saturday morning. Monday to Friday, 8 to 4, drive in, see the inspector, and you're good to go. Next section is Maple Leaf paperwork. So in here, you're going to see an example of a bill of lading, pro forma invoice, the health certificates, and the 9540. Next in our orientation book is the example of the Canadian paperwork that you might encounter. So bill of lading again, invoice. This one's for a non-food grade load. So it's gonna show you a example of paperwork to expect from a shipper in the U.S. coming to Canada. The next two documents are a sample ACE and ACI. Now, something to make note of with this new ACE and ACI system is that you will get an email notification when I submit our information through Border Connect to generate the ACE, and then you will get emails all along with notifying you of the process and the progress of your shipment. So you'll get an email that I have submitted the ACE or the ACI, and then you'll get another email once the broker has done their thing and an entry is on file. And lastly, when you clear the border, you will get an email that your shipment has cleared the border. I also get that same one. After the ACE and ACI shipment is an example of an A8A for in-bond shipments. Now we're going to get into the important stuff and the stuff that I will, be stressing to you every week that these are documents that I need in. So the first one is the tire inspection report. So you can see where I've asked for the unit number, the date, and it's got the various tire positions, and I'm looking for the tire pressures and the tread depths. In the event that you have a trailer with auto inflation, just mark in there auto, and that's good enough for me. Tread depths, try to measure the lowest. If you don't have a tread depth gauge, it's a good idea to get one. The first time that you submit these, the $25 that I'm going to pay you to do so will cover the cost of your tread depth gauge. Next document that's very important, and it's, again, I'm going to stress it's to cover yourself as well as us, is a trailer inspection report. Now these are pretty simple to pick up. When you pick a trailer up, on the left-hand side it says pickup. So you want to note any damages, you want to note reefer out, so that's the hours on the reefer that, when you picked it up. And the kilometers out, if there's a hub meter, mark down the kilometers on the trailer if it has a hub meter. If it doesn't have a hub meter, the mileage off your truck will suffice. That way we can track how many actual miles are going on these trailers. Down at the bottom, if you're picking a trailer up, it should be full of fuel. Just mark on here note any damages for the tires, condition, date picked up, time picked up, your signature, your name. Now this you can carry with you until you are done with that trailer, and then you complete the right hand side. Same thing, reefer in, it's the hours off the reefer when you drop it off, and the kilometers in, so that's either off the hub meter on the truck or a hub meter off the trailer and off your truck. Same thing, it should be full, and make note of any damages on the body. Also, any notes you think are relevant to the tires, the mud flaps. Again, the date you drop it off, the time you drop it off, your signature, and print your name. Next document in your resource materials is the vehicle inspection, repair, and maintenance record. So what we need here, this is your monthly maintenance report. So then at the top, the make of your truck, the serial number, the model year. So if it's a 2022, the tire size, the company number is our unit number that we've assigned you, and your owner, your name, if so it would be Joe Blow leased operator. Down below, you want to mark in here the date that you did any inspection, repairs, or maintenance, and just check off the applicable columns. So I as inspection, R as repair, M as maintenance. the date, the mileage, and what you did. And then if you know when the next service is due, you can mark that down. So let's say you did an oil change. So it would be 8 a.m., the date, so today's date, the mileage, oil change, and when you expect that you're going to change the oil again in date or miles. Next, we have the SGI collision report form. So this is to be used in conjunction with any written statements, any photos that you have. This is a good way to collect information. If you have an accident, we will have you complete this document. We will also have you, in your own words, send us an email, write out a report on what happened with drawings. And this is a good thing to have handy for SGI along with your report when you call in the claim. Lastly, we have operating manuals and operating manuals and codes, error code manuals for Thermo King and Carrier refrigeration units. If you have any questions on the operation of the trailers, we'll be posting a video later on how to actually set your reefer, how to start it, so that this should be very clear to you, how to read the alarms, how to clear alarms. Again, thank you for taking your time to watch this video and become acquainted with your orientation materials. That concludes our YouTube videos on our orientation process and materials. Should you have any questions, always reach out by telephone. I'm more than willing to answer any questions. You will be given a copy of this in hard copy for your quick reference in the truck. Again, thank you for taking your time to watch these videos.